gods and mortals meet. Legends rise from ancient stone. Heroes' fates are yet unknown. Trivial, where the echoes call. In the night the darkness falls. Through the storm, through the flame, heroes rise to carve their name. From the ruins of the past to the battles that will last, every choice a path to tread. In this world where fate is led, trivial, where the echoes call. In the night the darkness falls. Through the storm, through the flame, heroes rise to carve their name. Through the trials, through the pain, destinies in blood are stained. Magic weaves the threads of time. In trivial, where legends glide. Trivial, where the echoes call. In the night the darkness falls. Through the storm, through the flame, heroes rise to carve their name. So gather close, the tale begins in Trivial, where the dark wind sings. Join the fight, take up the call, for in this world, heroes rise or they fall. Where the echoes call, in the night the darkness falls. Through the storm, through the flame, heroes rise to carve their name.
Alright, welcome everyone to our little fun Pathfinder game, which is the Trivial Planar War. We have all our fun players, as usual. Han, you will have to join the Discord.
I will. Just let me.
Yep. Yeah, and I will have to go to... Give me a second, I just realized. I will have to go to Push to Talk, because me and her, my wife and I are in the same room.
Ta-da.
Oh dear.
And we don't need it picking up two different voices in the recording at the same time.
No, that would be bad.
Yeesh.
Because me on blast is bad enough.
Yep. Anyway, so where we left off last game, Miss Bell there went through a detox.
Yes.
And got her lycanthropy cured. It took 3 days, and it sucked royally.
Uh-huh.
But she did have some fun hallucinations.
Mm-hmm. Yeah, and I've also have thoughts about the fact that she has been... Well, let's just say after they started tying her up, things were getting pleasant. There might have been an awakening in there somewhere.
We don't
I
think
knew
so here.
We'll see, though.
What do I expect? In the best way.
Yep. You gotta get on Discord.
Especially with the other thing that's happening.
I'm not seeing you in the channel, hon.
I said I'm logging in.
Okay, you're logging in. Okay. Anyway, so with that being said, the other fun thing that has occurred is Belle was given her 2 love letters.
Yeah.
Oh, yes. You know, I just realized push to talk is not going to help for one instance.
Oh dear.
My OBS will basically record her voice either way, both times. So I am going to mute her on my side. Hopefully she's not muted for everybody.
We shall
We'll
see.
find out.
Are you muted for everybody, hon?
Hello.
Hello.
I heard you.
All right, try again. I want to make sure your little picture.
Hello.
No, her picture's not bobbing.
Uh-oh.
I'm gonna move to the bedroom as soon as the food's done anyway, so we're
All right. Yeah, so she'll move when.
So until then, she'll have the voice of God.
Use the voice of God.
It's the Metatron.
I am the voice of God, the one true God.
I'm gonna beat you with a stick, Ruby.
Do you always hit people in your house with fire retardant chemicals?
Whenever I hear Metatron, I think Transformers.
Same.
Exactly.
I think Dogma.
Yeah, that's what I was quoting, was Dogma.
That's where that's where my spring goes second.
Yeah. All right. Anyway, so with that being said, during Belle's little fun hallucination trip, there was a celebration on the lake with fireworks. Well, I would say the equivalent of magical fireworks, which that probably didn't help
Pretty.
Oh, yes.
because they were going off that first night. You know, the night you were having nightmares.
Yeah, the bad night.
The bad night. So it's like, fuck. Oh yeah, it's like oh no. So there is that. So with that is being said, it is day 4. Belle is now functional,
Uh-huh.
and suffice to say, Miss Daae is annoyed.
That is like, yep, she is just as hateful glares as before, but now she is more proactive with getting in between certain people and Belle.
I'm going to guess at this point Sylvana and Rai.
Yep, Rye's definitely been added to the list. Let's just say, yeah, there's like, before we started recording, I made a point to have it that for reasons that have yet to be revealed, Miss Daae has not liked Sylvana already.
Yep. Sylvana has failed the vibe check. All right. With that being said, you guys pack up the camp. You do know that the capital city is a few days away. So you are not far from it. Oh no, sorry. Oh, I'm wrong. The fireworks didn't go off on Nightmare Day.
Oh.
They went off on the last day.
Oh.
You know, the fun day.
What? It was the
She
night I
saw
got to
fire?
hang out. It was the night I get to hang out with Amuketna in her own little delusion.
Hun,
Yes, she saw fireworks.
you put cucumber in here.
Oh no, cucumber!
What's this?
Zucchini.
Okay, do you put zucchini in it? Never mind. I'll just eat around it.
I tried to pull out my
Zucchini is good.
Yeah, I hate the texture.
Oh,
I'm fine with the flavor. I can't stand the texture.
Oh wow.
Anyway. So, it is going to take you... You can see the city in the distance, but it will take you like a couple days to get there.
Okay. So, okay, calendar math. I don't think we need to worry about calendar math anymore,
Not
but
for you.
yeah,
Still have to worry
got
about
a
it for
question.
Hedon.
true.
Question:
Yes.
how have I fared on controlling my inner beast?
Fairly well.
So, at what stage am I? What's the difficulty of being able to go in and out of the three forms that I have?
I believe it was a 20 before. I think you've gotten
Yeah.
it down to a 15.
Okay, so it was a 15 to change form, 20 to come back to human. So now it's 10 and 15.
Yes.
Okay.
Melody, we can hear your mouse clicking so loud.
Sorry.
I know, I just wanted to let you know. It's like, that's loud. Wow.
Is that
Well, I
better?
mean,
Yes.
if you prefer. No, I'm not going to finish that.
Oh, by the way, Melody Inquisition.
Yes.
I will.
Yes.
I will say the mental image I have had of you guys is not. I was not what y'all actually look like.
It very rarely is.
I'm not sure if
Let me
that's a
guess.
good or a bad
You
thing.
envision someone with 3 mohawks, all painted the colors of the rainbow, with
No,
tattoos of. What was that?
like Inquisition. I don't know. I just imagine him as like a professor-ish looking Scottish guy, and that is not what you look like.
Wrong part of the UK for a start.
Well, I understand that, but just I don't know. That's the image that I had.
Yep.
I know he's not Scottish. But that's the image.
Yep.
All right. So you arrive in the capital of Ferndocity.
Fern Doherty.
Is for Ferndochi.
Sounds expensive.
It's FERN, and then DOCHTY.
I know I've been trying Ferndachi.
I'll go with
Myself.
Ferndachi. All right, so you arrived at the gates of Ferndachi. It is a massive city that's sprawled out. You can see that there are multiple districts that are walled off. And like the first district you're going into from this direction is going to be the poor district
Okay.
/ the warehouse district. All right. So like the poor district will be on your left, so it's on the west side. It's like the southwest side, and the warehouse district is on the southeast side, which is to your right.
Okay.
Now
Kind of makes sense.
the warehouse, yeah, because the poor tend to work in warehouses, moving shit around.
Yeah. And the poor are the only ones that would be willing to live next to industrial stuff.
Yeah. With that being said, as you're approaching the city guards kind of look you over, and they're not really going to stop you because there's plenty of people that are coming in and out of the capital, so it's not like a giant deal for them.
Okay.
It's just they're looking for people who are obviously going to be a problem.
AKA, they're keeping an eye out for the people on the wanted posters.
Yeah.
Nothing to see here.
I look at Hedon, who's well established about how shy he is.
I blend in. Just a normal guy walking around.
Oh yeah. Give me a second. I have to unmute.
Nothing to see. Just a normal protocol droid.
No, what I
I
mean,
swear that.
because no, what I
Go
mean
ahead.
is nice human, good human.
The more I look at that town name, the more Irish it looks to me.
Uh huh. Anyway, you'll also notice that there are higher walls in several areas,
Mm-hmm.
and one of them is kind of obvious. Why?
Mm-hmm.
You can see like it's not a castle, but it is a large marble building that does have multiple domes to it. In this
Hmm.
case,
Mhm.
it has a large central dome, and then it from your angle you could see two other smaller domes.
Okay. Do 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 do.
Oh, excuse me. So as you're looking around, you'll notice some of the people are kind of looking at you, expecting you to be dropping something off, and you guys just keep walking into the town. I'm guessing, like, because you don't have
Right.
anything to do in the poor district or the warehouse district.
Okay. This is me remembering the instructions from uh Rhineford's
Butler,
guy that we picked up the box from.
yes. All right. It is to deliver a group of letters to the noble district.
Right.
And
Hopefully
in
there's like some sort of post box or something.
yeah, you okay?
Yeah, I have to go do something for my mom before she
Okay. Um, Damien, shush. So as you continue going into the town, you'll eventually hit past the poor district and past the warehouse district. You'll hit the industrial sector. The way these three districts are situated, it's kind of like a almost makeshift triangle heading towards the center of town.
Mm-hmm.
And you're hitting the upper part of the triangle. Because this area has both uses for the poor and the warehouse district.
Mm-hmm.
This area,
Okay.
this area is producing a fair amount of air pollution.
Yay.
All right, is it as bad as London during the Industrial Revolution? No, but it is noticeable. Here you will hear the sounds of forges being, metal being clanged on in forges. You will feel the heat from blast furnaces like wafting into the street. Of course, the smell of burning coal and wood is throughout the area.
And guess which districts are the ones in the areas of the prevailing winds?
Yep.
Uh, that's always the case.
Yep.
Um, you will see that there are rails here going between this district and the warehouse district.
Interesting.
But they are definitely not train tracks.
Mm-hmm.
Because of the size and their shape and everything. They don't fit
Mhm.
train tracks.
Oh,
Right.
can I do knowledge local about Fenor-Doxy?
Sure. All right. The tracks are for carts that are going to be filled with materials, whether it's materials to be taken from the warehouse district to be processed into metals, or the processed metals back to the warehouse district. No.
Yeah, 6 of one, half a dozen of the other.
Now, you can tell that this has been done not necessarily to make the job for the poor easier, but to make it more efficient to get materials around. And the reason why I say that is you can see at this time people are pushing carts back and forth on these tracks. So there is that. So that is going around. Do any of you engage in conversation with any of the workers?
Only if I see somebody visibly injured.
I would say that it would be a fair assessment. Like, you could probably see a gentleman who is sweating profusely. It is obvious he is suffering from some mild form of heat stroke.
I'm going to see if there's any child around, any children.
I'm gonna go offer him some water.
Okay. You offer him some water. Whatever, Draha, you were doing something? I missed it.
Heal check and then fixing it.
Where'd everybody go?
Okay. And then V is looking for a child. V, can you give me a perception check?
I can do that.
All right.
Can I also do knowledge local?
Yes.
Ooh.
Nope. Okay. So you don't see any children on the street.
Pretty sure not everybody went quiet at the same time. What's
All
going
right.
on?
Guy, we're all talking still.
Guy, can you hear
Okay.
us?
My Discord went silent for a minute.
Yeah,
That's weird.
that's weird.
Yes, it's irritating how it can do that sometimes.
All right.
Sorry, what did I miss?
The guy's mildly suffering from heat stroke. You give him water. Draha is performing a heal check to help with the heat stroke, and V was looking around for children to make sure, whatever reason, and she did not see any.
Okay.
Yeah, on the lookout for that dreaded child labor, I assume.
Yep. So the gentleman, like, you give him water, he drinks it quite heavily and just goes, Thank you, sir. I hadn't gotten a chance to get myself a drink. I'm a little behind on my work today.
How much work do they make y'all do in a day?
Oh, we do quite a bit. It's just, my cart, jammed inside the facility early this morning, and, I wasn't able to get out quickly until we had it fixed. So I fell behind, unfortunately. So I'm in a bit of a rush to catch up. So I do thank you both for your kind administrations. I must get going. And, like, he kind of continues to push his cart.
So perception, does it look like it's really hard to push?
Not particularly. Like, it's one of those carts where it takes a good deal of effort to get it going. But once you get it going, it's easy to keep it going.
Does it have brakes on it?
Yes. There is a brake handle that he can pull.
All right, so as he's pushing it off, my offer if he would like a hand to get it there a little quicker.
He is not going to say no to that.
Help him get caught up.
All right, give me a
Because I'd like
strength
to have
check.
a conversation. Because I'd like to have a conversation with him later.
That's fair. Oh, damn. All right. So you're like zoom, and you're pushing this cart, and you're both getting it like you're going at a sprint.
Oh, this is going to work in my favor.
So apparently, you guys just watched Hidan grab the cart next to the guy, and they both just zoomed away into the warehouse district.
Bye, Hidan. Don't forget to write.
Catch up with you in a bit.
I look up from my little atlas thing that I was looking at, and it's like, what? Okay.
Hidan
What
has
just happened?
skedaddled. Hidan's gone.
Silvano's like, what what part of, we should have stuck together that we agreed to earlier did he forget?
He always forgets.
All of it.
Do you
I
think he
said
actually
I'd
pays
be back.
attention to any of those?
Sometimes I wonder.
No.
I'm going to do a
Jesus Christ.
perception.
Jose, what are you looking for?
Oh, I'm looking for any kind of religious areas, or maybe by chance.
Congratulations. With a 30, you look up and you see God.
Ketna, is that you?
There are giants
It's not
above
God.
you. They're all wearing
It's not
strange
God.
clothing. They're playing with weird shaped things in their hands, and they seem to be writing things about you.
It's really
I'll have
me
you
standing
know.
on top of the building.
Roll sanity.
Roll sanity. Okay,
I
I'm
will
kidding.
have you know, I'm the only one allowed to write things about my legacy. Nobody else. And well,
Okay,
maybe
so
me, but
in seriousness, with a 30, you look around. You're looking for like religious things. You do see some of the poor people working, occasionally praying. But it's not like serious prayer. It's more along the lines of, "Please let this next load not be so heavy."
That sounds like a
Come
serious
on, baby.
prayer
Come
to
on.
me.
Is like, hey, pushing the cart along.
All right. Okay, let me rephrase that, V. When I say serious prayer, I'm talking about like ritualistic prayer.
Okay.
Not a quick prayer to whatever God will listen to you. Like, okay, let this not suck.
upon seeing that, I will simply remark. Hold on, wait a minute. I screwed this up the last couple of times, so I'm not going to do it this time.
Yep.
For one, would think that any of the physical deities and whatnot probably have chants and stuff.
All right. Of those that look the absolute worst, I'm going to simply walk over to them, give them a helping hand, and remark, of all the supposed deities, Amnuketna actually answers those who pray to her.
Yep.
And I take a point of taking
Just as we pass you, I'm going to wave and go, hi, bye.
So, Drawhall pulls out a piece of fine copper wire, and like starts fiddling with it, and creates a message. You can say it out loud, hon. Or not. Can I smack him yet?
And I, as at the whole, can I smack him yet? I look up from trying to ignore him, and go. We live in a world of multiple deities. Be more respectful, and you might get respect in return.
Yeah. At this point, the general people he talks to are just gonna kind of look at him and be like, "Right, okay, cool, bye." Very
I
much
go
like
further.
yeah.
I pick a spot where I can see most of the traffic, and I start preaching the virtues of Amnuketna and the benefits of joining the faith.
Okay. Go ahead and give me a diplomacy check with how well you preach. Or a perform oratory. Either a prize.
I think I'll go with the diplomacy. My spell Nightingale is still in effect.
All right. Oh boy. All right, moving on. So, I'm guessing you guys continue to walk. All right. So, Jose is preaching to the masses, and while people are listening as they work, they are not stopping the work.
Oh my goodness, you people are really devoted to your jobs. Good Lord, I find myself a proper flock here.
Careful if you disrupt things too much. It isn't the workers that are going to be the problem.
I just smile politely at you as I remark, "Why, my dear sister in the faith, it's almost as though you believe the great Amuket not keeping an eye on us."
I don't know
Quite the opposite, actually.
what is.
She knows that wisdom comes through experience, which is the greatest teacher. And disrupting them is only reflecting poorly upon us both.
Are you trying to imply that by growing the flock of Amuketna, I'm damaging the reputation of Amuketna?
You are very clearly looking for attention and not applying actual wisdom about how your teachings are going to affect or disrupt.
These people are bound to have time off at some point.
And
And in
talk
that
to
time
them
off,
then.
we may
People are
not
more
see you
people are
It
then.
more
makes him
apt
sound
to
like he's
listen.
mumbling.
Oh yeah. By the
People
way.
are more
Okay. Let's stop for a second. Finish your statement, Faye, and then after that, Inquisition, don't reply yet. Okay.
people are more apt to listen when they are rested and fed, not while they are doing their honest labor.
All right. At this point, Draha is like lightly tapping Jose, and Jose, when you go to talk, you will sound normal to you. To everyone else around him, um, it will sound muffled. All right. So, whatever Jose's gonna say in return, just have him reply normally. Everybody else will just hear muffledness. Hello?
Well, did any of you hear what I was just saying?
No.
No.
Nope.
Oh god,
Oh,
the spell worked rather too well.
Yeah, the spell
It
worked in
was
real life.
muffled.
God damn it. Okay. I am simply going to turn and look at my sister in the faith and remark, yes, but we may not be here then, and even if we are, there's no way to be sure that we would be allowed to interact with these people at that time.
All right. So at that point, Belle, you heard noise.
And I proceed
And
to look,
Draha's just smirking in the background.
and I'm just like, when he starts going, I am just like, sense motive on him.
He
A
doesn't.
sanity check for me.
Yeah, he doesn't realize that he's being muffled.
And then Arcana.
You realize it's the spell Silent Table.
And then I'm like, look around and probably spot Draha by then, and is like, and then I go, "We will speak on technique later. We have work to do."
Yep.
As I put my hand forward.
And here's the thing, that spell lasts a minute per level.
So 8 minutes. It's 8 minutes of relative silence.
I'm going to go to him and say, sweetheart, I couldn't understand you. I think there's something wrong with my hearing.
Oh no!
And Draha
Oh,
snorts another
dear.
drink.
Oh dear, Draha, you've upset the precious one.
Maybe we should get on with our job and we'll figure out what's going on in a bit.
Yes.
Yes, I like that idea.
Alright, so you continue moving forward, you go through the Crafters District, and eventually you get to the other side of that.
Mm-hmm.
Now, this is where, unfortunately, the wall is going to be in your way. You're going to run into a rather large wall, and there's no door on the northern side. So
Oh yay.
you'll have to look towards going west or east. And when I say west or east, I'm not saying like dead west, dead east. It's more like northwest / northeast around this wall.
And I am. I have not picked up a city map, so I look to the others with left or right.
Pulls out a coin. Heads or tails? Same difference at this point.
Who would like to call that?
I call heads because heads is definitely the better one.
Okay. Flips coin.
Roll
What
a
does
D2.
head stand for?
So,
Left or right?
Heads is left. Tails is right.
all right, so you pull
Okay.
out probably a stalk and you flip it. All right, it lands on dragon, which is tails.
Okay.
Oh shoot. I was wrong.
You're good. It happens.
Best to get these done on small things.
So you're going left or right? I lost track of which one was which.
Right.
All right, so you start heading to the right. Eventually, you'll notice that the cart's going to the left and the right. This direction, it's more towards like when you get more towards the east side of the production area. You'll notice instead of just raw resources being sent in carts, it's armor, it's weapons.
Okay.
And as you get to the border of the production side of things, there is a small wall. It's probably at most 10 feet tall. So, in comparison to the giant wall that was like several stories tall,
Right.
it's a little 10-foot tall wall, and you can tell that it's mostly there just to keep, stereotypical people out. It's not like, oh my god, you can't sneak in.
Right.
And as you get to one of the gates, the guards kind of stop you and go, "Hold, citizen. What brings you to the military district of our fair city?"
Somebody else want to do the talking?
whoever has a good social skills.
I will roll for diplomacy.
Okay.
And what are you going to be saying to him?
Well, we'll find out. All right, 23 is good.
It helps.
We're new here and we don't know our way around. So we just decided to pick a direction to go in, and we're sorry if we're not supposed to be here. Are we allowed to be here, or do you want us to go away?
Well, we're more looking to what business you had with the military, but if you're lost, yeah, then you're definitely not supposed to be here. If you're travelers, you want to go to the west from here, because you'll reach the merchant and trade district. Um, it's alongside with the river heading northward, so that would be your best bet.
And I hold up the delivery box. What would you suggest to get to the Noble District?
You have two options there. The military district is connected to the nobles district, but also your best bet is going through the merchants district at that point. Um, Seeing as you have a group of letters, you are probably hired to dispatch them. Just show the guards on the merchant district side, and they'll let you into the noble district.
Mercy.
Of course.
Oh, hey, somebody who knows Opium. Belle approves.
Well, he assumed you're saying thank you. Like, he doesn't know what the fuck you said. He just like, I guess that's thank you. Of course. Good day, citizen. Like, he didn't say of course like he understood. It was more of like, right, okay. Have a nice day.
Yeah. Right. No worries.
Alright, so you start heading westward. Eventually, you do reach the merchant district. And you'll see the buildings go from like that grimy industrial kind of look to them to more cleaner, very well designed. You'll see a couple people like cleaning their windows of like the soot, which is definitely like you can tell they're annoyed by being near the industrial district, but they deal with it. Eventually, as you're walking through the street, you'll hear someone go, "Come, come, one and all, come see the finest, goods in all Ferdakshi." Come, come.
Should we go check that out?
I'd like to see what they have because they might have something interesting.
A quick glance as we go should be fine. We'll be back once this is done.
All right. So you go to see where the noise is coming from and all that. And you counter basically a excuse me. Oh, god damn, my lungs decided to go to hell. All right. All right, as you approach, you come across a halfling kind of standing on a box calling out. It goes, "Come to Sharon Earthcrest's Emporium of Goods. I assure you, you will find something of value."
Oh, do you think I might find something of value? Because that sounds interesting.
Maybe.
All right. As you approach where he is, you'll notice it's a very large, pavilion-like tent set up. And as you approach, he will kind of notice the odd crowd coming towards him. He goes, "Welcome, welcome, friends. Come, come. Excuse me. What can Sharon find you today? I mean, dear God, don't let everybody talk at once.
I don't know what I want. What do you have? Because if you tell me what you have, then I might be interested in buying it.
He smiles and goes, well, I have a variety of things. I have a few magical weapons. I have quite a few potions. Um, I do have a staff, a suit of armor, and a belt. A finely made belt.
Must be one impressive belt.
Mhm.
Come,
What do
come,
you
come in,
want?
come into my tent and see what I provide.
What do you want, Belle? I'll buy it for you.
Um, I uh, I would much prefer to get our business finished and then see where we are from there. We may have more to spend. And I look to be Sharon for backup on this.
He kind of smiles and goes, well, if you wish to come back later and you'll have more money to work with, then who am I to keep you from such things? What business brings you to the fun capital of Solarium?
Postal work. Shake a
Ah,
buck.
and who are you delivering letters to?
Um, discretion was part of our agreement, sadly, sir.
Ah, most a pity, most a pity. Um, well, do not worry. I'm sure that whatever mission you're on, the shadows won't touch you. By the way, give me a sense motive, V and Hedon, as Hedon is now catching up with you guys.
Okay.
I actually forgot that we were supposed to be discreet.
All right. So V and Hedon, this guy just used a series of code words from the Assassin's Guild.
Somebody's excited.
Um,
What did he say?
he is basically saying that he is a member of the Assassin's Guild. Um, and then there are certain code phrases he's used in some of his marketing that he has used to tell you that he is one who hands out missions or marks.
Ooh.
Oh, that definitely made V's ears perk up, and that's literal in her case.
Yeah. But then he goes like, don't worry, come back later. I'll be more than happy to do business with all of you.
Like in code, I ask him, about a job for a mark.
Give me a bluff check to hide your code. Okay. Anybody, by the way, can do a sense motive to break said code if they want to try.
I just want to get what we're supposed to do done.
Mm-hmm.
It is like I got the guy to back me up about not taking it too hard, that we can't stop at the moment.
Yep. All right. He'll tell you is like come by later when you have more time.
Okay.
Everybody else will
Well,
hear is like, don't worry, I'll have my goods later. Just come back when it's more convenient for all of you. I hope to see you all soon. Now, if you excuse me, out with my shop. I have to get customers.
And I am happily also shoving everybody else out.
I will look at him and say, I'm sure that we can do business later. I look forward to it.
I'd be more than happy to do business with you, young lady. And away they go. All right. So as you go through the merchants district, you will hear a multitude of people shouting out various goods and stuff like that. Depending on what section you are in the merchants district, depends on what you're hearing shouted. Like where you were first, it was like mostly metal goods and things that are likely to come out of the industrial district. As you get closer to like the midsection, you'll overhear the trade of spices and like some basic spices and basically textiles. As you get closer to the nobles district, you will also hear spices, textiles, and fine goods. Meanwhile, there are a multitude of inns that you are seeing in this district as well that primarily cater to travelers.
Note that's especially for later.
Yeah. Where the poor district, they had taverns, but they weren't exactly catered to travelers. All right. So you reach the Nobles District entrance. You see that massive multi-story wall again. And there are some guards that are occasionally knocking beggars away from the door. Now, mind you, they're not doing it like in a mean way, like clubbing them over the head. It's more along the lines of like grabbing them by the shoulder and the waist and being like trying to force them other directions. Like, look, you have to leave. You can't pester these people. I will get fired. Go.
Okay.
He's not being very nice to that man.
Those in security are usually left with tough decisions.
As you approach, you will see a stern humanoid, definitely, I would say around between 20 and 30 years old. He does have a slight scar on his cheek. It's like a faded scar, so it's old. And he's wearing a simple leather helmet with like a chain shirt, and he has a short spear. He has like a small short sword on his belt, and you can see that there's like a wooden shield propped up against the wall behind him. And he just kind of looks at you and goes, "Hold, travelers. What brings you to this district?"
We have appointed to escort a delivery. Hold up the box.
Will you be so kind as to hand me the box? I understand there is a level of discretion here. I just have to check it for weapons and poisons.
Okay. I just trying to stall for time to get to my thing and give him a really good sense motive.
He is like exacerbated by basically pushing off the beggars all the time because they're always trying to pester the nobles for money, and the noble families don't like that. So it always goes badly for him. So in this case, he's doing his job. He just wants his shit to be goddamn over.
All right.
But he is being honest with you. He just wants to check it for weapons and poisons.
Okay. Very well. And we're about to be in for an interesting surprise if we, since nobody got curious on the road.
Yeah.
We got distracted.
I'm going AFK for about 3 to 5 minutes. I'll be back.
Okay, no problem.
Okay.
He takes the box, and you'll see him open it up, and he'll see that there are letters, and like he'll push on them to make sure there's nothing hidden inside them. And then you'll see him pull out a how do I want to put this? kind of like a metal ring, and
Mhm.
he'll wave it over the documents, and the ring will not glow or anything. It just looks like a metal ring. And he just goes, nods, and he puts the ring away, and then packages the box back up to the best of his ability with his gloves on, and he'll hand you the box back. All right. No weapons were found. No poisons were detected. You are free to enter.
Nod and take the box back.
Yes. Do keep in mind that you should go straight to your destination. Do not pester the other noble families as much as possible. I understand that some of them have personality issues that are makes them difficult to deal with. I do apologize for their behavior now, but they are the ones running the country, so please keep that in mind.
Right.
Sure.
And he looks at you over you all and goes, I understand you are all armed. Please keep in mind, do not engage in any violence in the Nobles District, or you will be punished severely.
Yes. And I just nod and carry on.
The guards will nod and go, fair day to you all. Can I get a perception or sense motive from anybody who wants to make it in the party as you go into the Nobles District? All right.
Did it get you?
It's one or the other. You don't get both.
Yeah. Okay.
I'll take your sense motive, though, in that instance. All right. Savannah will be, I think, perception. Yep. All right. So I think that's everybody who wants to make one. Got it. Let's see. Hedon had a high enough perception. Jose had a high enough sense motive. Rai has a high enough perception. Bella has a high enough perception. Savannah does not. Okay. So, as you guys go to enter the place, the other guard at the door that was like standing with this guy but wasn't saying anything is, how do I want to, what word I want to use? Give me a second. There's a word I want to use and I can't remember what the word is. Lavicious. He is looking. I think.
Now, are the women in the party getting ogled?
Yes. The women in the party are getting ogled. In particular, it's going to be in this case, Belle, Draha, and Sylvana.
Knuckles crack.
Well, I'll just kind of slow my walking down so that at least one of the women get in front of me and kind of I get in between his eyes and that person.
Yep.
I'll just give them an evil glare.
It's like,
And I'm just like very willing for everybody to get in front of me because I'm just like, I'm speaking because I have to, not because I want to.
all right. If you're going to give him an evil glare, Rai, can you give me an intimidate check, please? Even if you don't have points. Oh, okay. Yeah, he's just going to kind of shrug at you, glaring at him like he doesn't give a shit. After a few moments, the guard that was talking will look and see what he's doing and kind of like elbow him straight in the solar plexus. And like you may not be able to hear what's being said, but you get the impression the guy's getting a stern talking to.
You've gotten in trouble for this before.
It's like, shut up! Stop this! All right. So as you enter in the Nobles District, you'll notice that the quality of the buildings has gone up drastically.
Ooh.
Like, the buildings here are made from fine wood and stone. Um, like, it's not the polished marble of, like, the big central building that you're looking at, which now, upon looking at it, you'll notice that it is not 3 domes. It is 5. It's
Uh-huh.
it's one big central dome that's really large, and 4 smaller domes in an X shape around it.
I've returned.
Okay. Welcome back. Apparently we're eyeballing a palace of some sort.
Woohoo!
That's cool.
The houses here all have walls and fences, and like the stone part of the wall goes up about usually 4 feet, and then there's usually some sort of metal fencing going an additional 4 feet above that.
Cool.
Now the reason why you're guessing this is because a lot of these yards are very finely decorated. Some with art,
Big
some
gates.
yep,
Nice big yards.
yeah, some with like artwork in the yard, others with, you know, plants that have been cut and shaped into various animals or figures. Um, Several have fountains, things of that nature. And you'll notice that there is a river that went to the outside of this district. Like it goes into the merchant district where, you know, boats can come into and stuff. But a branch of it has been artificially diverted into this section.
Okay, cool.
Um, and that branch is essentially going into a like a pond that has several small boats on it.
Oh, that's pretty.
Yep. And on these boats
I
are
think it's tacky.
yep on these boats, by the way, are often couples, but there are other people who are just on boats by themselves. You can tell most of them are just boating around for the fun of it. Some are fishing in the pond. So there is that. So as you enter in, you eventually come up to a half-elven gentleman. He'll kind of look at you and go, "Oh, welcome to Ferndockety's noble district. I take it you have some business with one of the noble families, yes?"
We've brought this from Kelna to deliver so that it can be delivered to the appropriately addressed individuals from here.
He'll look and kind of like goes, "If you don't mind, I'll look through the letters very quickly and I'll tell you where they're located. As that is my job, is to help those who are not from here know where they're going."
Oh, so it's not going to be, "Hi, you're the postal person. Here, do your job." Okay, I understand.
I mean, if I wasn't sure the instructions you were given, if you were to hand them directly to the noble houses, which often happens, or if you were allowed to use an intermediary.
Back to that 27 when I was recalling the instructions?
Most of the letters are allowed to have an intermediary, but the love letters had to be delivered directly.
Okay. I sort them out real quick. And okay, these are the ones that are not needed to be handed over by us. Thank you for the reminder.
Not a problem. Give me a second. because I just realized I didn't name the person the letters were supposed to be going to.
See?
Yeah, I fucked that up. I was like, oh no.
Okay.
All right. All right. He'll look at all the letters. He'll hand them over to one of his assistants and go, "Do be kind enough to deliver these letters on time as usual. The standard fee will be paid to you, of course, by the noble house factions." And the guy will nod and goes, "You do not have to worry about paying for that service. The noble families are required as the destination to pay for the um, postage, as it will."
Very well.
Especially since you are delivering them from another noble house, it's often they help pay for each other's letters to each other, just to
Ah,
avoid issues.
right.
He will go. Those letters that you have to deliver, may I see the name on them so I can direct you appropriately?
Shrug and is like, okay.
He'll look at and go, "Ah, House Whitnor, of course." Um, he kind of smiles at you, like, and it's kind of like almost a big grin. Goes, "They're an easy house to find."
Yes.
And he will go sit down for a moment and goes, "Would you like to write down the directions, or do you believe that you will remember appropriately with me just telling you?"
Mm, a map would be excellent.
He nods and he pulls out a piece of parchment and he'll quickly start drawing and he'll hand it to you. It takes him about like 5 minutes to draw a quick, simple map.
Somebody practiced at this. Awesome.
Yeah. It's not a fine map, but it's at least a readable map. All right. So the map goes forward, and I'm guessing you follow it.
Mm-hmm.
All right. So you all follow the map, and eventually you're presented to a house that is once again made of fine wood. There's some nice stone. Um, the decorations are quite, I want to say, aiming towards the planar side of things. Like you can see that there's obviously some inspiration with the plane of fire, or the plane of like air or water. Like a lot of different art styles from different planes of existence that are, or at least to invoke those, thoughts of those planes.
The elements.
Yeah. Well, more than just the elements. There's also some celestial things here, some infernal.
Okay. Vibe check. Whoa.
I mean, this is a house that definitely stands out as they're probably planarly tied somehow. And you are put onto caution as you approach the gate.
Okay.
The guards at this particular gate are dressed in primarily metal. They have
Mm-hmm.
breastplates on, uh, simple pants. They carry a long sword and a small metal shield. And both are wearing full helmets. And they look at you and they go, uh, "What business do you have with the Whitnor family?"
Unless
We have
anybody else
some.
does.
We have some letters to give.
And I just hand over the box.
They will look over the letters, nod, and go, "We will make sure these are delivered."
Thank you.
Um, as you guys, kind of nod, and the guards just kind of put the box in a nearby area where they're still like standing guard. Um, give me a perception check for those who are paying attention to surroundings.
Perception.
V may not look like she's paying attention, but she's always paying attention.
Yep.
I don't think I'm paying attention.
All right. So V is the one who gets this, unless Savannah does well as well. Let's see.
Why did I roll twice?
I don't know. Okay, so V, Draha, and Savannah. Okay. There is a tiefling young lady in one of the windows on the 3rd floor. And she is looking down at you guys who have approached. And she is watching with interest.
I will wave at her.
Okay, you wave at her?
Hi.
Yeah, I give her a friendly wave. Hi.
You'll see her kind of disappear from the window, like not in shock, but like slowly move away from it. Do you wait where you are for any length of time, or do you just immediately get going?
Who are we waving at?
There was someone in a window and she looked nice, so I thought I'd wave at her.
Interesting.
She was probably looking down on you.
She was definitely an interesting person. Like, Savannah will speak up.
Did she wave back?
No, she disappeared into the house.
I was hoping she'd wave back because it would be nice to have a new friend.
At this point, after you guys have engaged in conversation back and forth for a bit, you'll hear a door open as the main doors of the house open. And give me a second. If I could type today, would be nice.
Muscle mommy appears.
Yeah, no. No, you are not getting a muscle mommy. God damn.
Yeah, killed my last one.
I didn't kill her.
You know, she just went off into the void.
I wonder what Hidon's gonna do once he realizes exactly how Draha's built.
Alright. So I'm
You know
showing a
what?
picture.
She wears full plate.
Let's take a look.
Draha's built like a brick shithouse.
That actually has boobs.
Yeah.
There's my muscle mommy.
Alright, so I shared a picture in Discord. That is a young lady coming out.
Oh, she's cute.
She will come over and smile and speak to the guards. Guards will quickly hand her the letters, and then she'll point at the party. And one of the guards will come walking over to the party and go, "Pardon us, but your presence has been requested."
Well, y'all heard our presence is requested.
Okay.
Requested.
V's
but
going to be
required.
very excited.
I protest weakly, but go along.
Yeah, Sylvana's right there with you, Belle.
Mm-hmm.
She's like, I don't like this. And as you approach the house, you'll notice the young lady has gone back inside, and the guards are escorting you into the house. And that is where we'll leave game tonight.
Yay.
Going into the restricted
Now
house.
to wait another 2 weeks.
Yep, another 2 weeks.
Hey, at least we got into a rich person's house.
Right.
Mm-hmm.
And V has made contact, although she's not letting on to anyone.
Yeah. All right. So with that being said, I want to thank everybody who is watching these videos. Hopefully you enjoyed it. In 2 weeks we'll do another session. So that will be fun. That'll be the 21st. We'll be doing a session. So please please make sure you are taking care of yourselves mentally and physically. That's always important. And hopefully you will enjoy our next episode when we get to record it. Until then, you guys take care. Have fun. Toodles.
Au revoir.
Bye.
Bye.
I